Hey friends, Dave Hagan here. It's great to be here and have you listening to our initial podcast. Today I want to talk about why we're even doing this podcast, and I also want to tell you why I think I have something of value for you to listen to each week. That's today on the Financial Wellness Podcast.
Welcome to the Financial Wellness Podcast, Dave's weekly message to keep you on your path to financial success. Here is your host, financial problem solver and talk show host, Dave Hagan.
Hey, thanks, Nick. This is our first podcast, like I said, and it's great to be here. Now, I know a lot of people are listening to podcasts and they're thinking, hey, why are you even doing this podcast, Dave Hagan? You're an attorney and you make your living sitting down with people and giving them legal advice about their issues. You actually get paid for helping people turn around. Well, here's why we're doing this podcast. As a bankruptcy attorney for 30 years, my job has been to help individuals and small businesses solve their financial issues and problems. Sometimes that means inevitably filing bankruptcy. However, many times it doesn't. Many times we've found solutions short of bankruptcy. One of the biggest joys of my day is to help people find solutions short of bankruptcy. However, the bigger joy each day was seeing people turn a new leaf in their financial life. Some of you listening may remember our time together. However, the vast majority of people listening to this podcast never had that opportunity. By and large, the people that we sit down with have been pretty successful folks, and we're pretty proud of that. But sometimes I run into someone who's gotten a little lost. The crush of life has gotten them off the financial path they want to pursue. They get distracted by the media, they get distracted by their family, or Lord knows they get distracted by politics. For whatever reason, they're not pursuing the path that they have chosen for themselves. Someone else is choosing that path for them. Or maybe even worse, no one is choosing a path for them. They're just wandering through life, wasting one of their most valuable assets, time. So I thought, what if we could put together a short message, a short time with former clients, friends, and others where we get them back on their path, like a little booster shot every week, or maybe even a pat on the back even every week, or maybe even a kick in the pants sometimes. We thought that this would be interesting and beneficial over time. Now, a lot of what we'll talk about is common sense or basic intrinsic truths, but sometimes we get away from that. We get away from these basic things that are so powerful in our daily lives. We want to provide this information to you on a weekly basis. Again, an opportunity to get back in touch for a short period of time to get all of our listeners back on the road to financial success. So that's the idea here. A short period of time each week to get together, share some information, entertain you, and maybe give you something to think about or chew on for the upcoming week. Now, I've got nothing to sell you. I don't want to sell you life insurance or any of that kind of stuff. I don't want to talk about stocks and bonds except in a very general way. Heck, I got my own problems buying and picking stocks and bonds. But what I do want to do is give you something to think about that you can kind of kick around in your mind, maybe during drive time. Just give me 20 minutes a week, and I promise each week we'll come up with something good for you to think about, something positive for you to think about to keep you on your path to financial success. Now, if I'm not doing this each week, send me an email. If you have a question that you want me to answer, send me an email. If you like what we're doing, send us an email. Trust me, we can take an honest compliment. We'd love to hear from you and get your feedback. Even though this is a podcast, we're hoping that it will be a bit of an interactive experience. And getting back to our original question, Dave, why are you doing this? I guess the basic answer is simple. I'm on your side. Hey, join us next week. I'm going to reveal my 5 steps to financial success. This information will be at the heart of many of the podcasts here for the next several months. I've got 5 simple steps to follow to get you where you need to be. Normally, we'll do a couple emails at the end of each show, but we're not going to do that today. Today, I just wanted it to be a short introduction, just something to pique your interest a little bit and get you looking forward to next week. My 5 steps to financial success, that's next week on the Financial Wellness Podcast.
You've been listening to the Financial Wellness Podcast, Dave's weekly message to keep you on the road to financial success. If you'd like Dave to answer any of your questions, email them to dave@davidrhagen.com. Until next week, this is your announcer, Nick Appel, wishing you every financial success.